A team that is stuck in no man's land right now, the Sacramento Kings. They were one of the more exciting teams to watch 2 years ago, the light the beam season in 2023. They were a 3 seed. They lost to the Golden State Warriors in Game 7 of round number 1. And that was a year after they traded away Tyrese Haliburton for Domantas Sabonis, and they had Sabonis and Fox, which we thought was a great duo. And then Fox hinted at Sacramento this year that he was not going to sign an extension with them in the 2025 offseason. So they traded him for, in my opinion, 50 cents on the dollar to the San Antonio Spurs, and this team is in a weird spot right now in a loaded Western Conference. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I'm excited about the Sacramento Kings rebuild. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging, and I tweeted out that I think the Sacramento Kings have an underrated young core, and man, a lot of people disagree. Now, I don't think they have a great young core, but I think it's underrated. Now, couple of the guys are older, right? Like right now it's 22. Carter's 23. Clifford's 23, who showed out in the Summer League. Keon Ellis is 25. Keegan Murray's 25. Isaac Jones is 25 or around 24. But I do think they have the depth. They just need that top guy. Easier said than done, right? But I'm okay with the Sacramento Kings being bad in 2026. They do own their first round pick. I can't have Nick Clifford as his name, so he will be Dominique throughout this video. But Nick Clifford's been killing Summer League. Right now has been a standout. I don't love the Dennis Schroeder contract. Now, I don't think it's got a full guarantee on the final year. I guess this roster gave him about $2 million, so I will edit his contract as well throughout this. But for the rotation, it's going to be Schroeder. LaVine is such a polarizing guy. He's got 2 years left on the deal. He'll opt into that player option, but he's a really talented scorer. I just feel like he isn't a ceiling raiser. Maybe he can be in Sacramento, but him and DeRozan and like Sabonis, I'm okay with this team being bad, having the best chance to get a Darren Peterson, a Cameron Boozer, or an AJ DeBanza in the 2026 class, and we have the foundation around that said star. I don't know if we can pick up a star in free agency, probably not, but I'm intrigued by this bench, and with injuries on, it's nice to have the depth. I wouldn't mind being a seller this year. I could trade away Malik Monk. I could trade away Dennis Schroeder. I'm recording this like right after Bradley Beal signed. You guys may not see this till next week, so I'm really hoping Russell Westbrook doesn't sign with the Kings. I mean, if he does, then you probably won't even see this video in general, and I'll do a new one. All right, so yeah, we fixed up Dennis Schroeder's contract, so he will be on the books 3 years, $45 million, and it should have a team option on the last year. Or you know what? I'll just make it a 2-year deal because I wasn't going to pick that up. And yeah, we'll see how this season goes. We start off against some Western Conference teams. We lose to the Timberwolves by 16, but we beat the LA Lakers by 6. LaVine had 30 points in 29 minutes. Let's see what happens here as we got offered Kenrich Williams for Devin Carter. I think Devin Carter could be a good contributor when we're winning. Why are we 5-1? I don't love being 5-1, but Zach LaVine is off to a great start. This team is 7-3 right now. We're 8-6. All right, get closer to 500. We are 11-6. And we have already won 13 games this year. I don't love that. I don't. Maybe I should trade away DeMar DeRozan right now. I also like Dylan Cardwell a little bit, who they picked up from Auburn. So this seemed like it can be competitive. We're 17-13. I don't love the Sarge for Valanciunas trade. I mean, this team is, why are we 20-13? Why are we the 6th seed in the Western Conference? We're on a 4-game winning streak. Like, the Mavericks have the same record as us, and they have a +7 point differential on us right now. I don't know who's like the ceiling raiser on this team, but hey, maybe we're building up that Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan trade value. I just don't think we get a benefit of being like the Bulls of the West and picking at number 12 in the draft for like the 3rd straight year. And we are at the trade deadline with a 28-22 record. We have a negative 0.1 point differential. This team is getting swept in round number 1. So I don't want to give our franchise false hope. Now, unfortunately, Malik Monk broke his ankle, so I can't even trade him at the deadline. So that may come up in the 2026 offseason now. Devin Carter's been better now that he's healthy. We could trade him in the offseason as well. Keon Ellis has been a good role player, not really much of a scorer. Keegan Murray is going to be a big wild card, what his next extension is going to look like. I think DeRozan, LaVine, and Sabonis, I'll dangle them out there. I just don't know if I'm going to get much in return. Definitely not a lot for DeRozan. It's just so tough because he's making $24 million. Like, what team really wants to throw out that matching money? Do I want Kyle Kuzma and AJ Green? I mean, do you even have a first-round pick you can send me? You can't because of the Stepien rule right now, but in 2K, I would be able to get a 2031 first, but 2K will not go that far. I mean, there's not really anybody that I'm interested on this team right now. Like Tyler Smith, maybe. Is that worth it to take on Kyle Kuzma's contract for the next 2 years? I mean, he's making the same amount of money as DeMar. You know what? Could I get Bogoya Markovic, who just drafted Tyler Smith and Kyle Kuzma for DeMar DeRozan and Terrence Davis? The Bucks are going to say yes to that. All right. I'm thinking about this trade, which is, I know, kind of crazy, but Levine will pick up that player option. The Pistons brought back Malik Beasley on a 1-year deal. I guess he was innocent. I would take on his contract, and Tobias Harris is expiring. Beasley, late in the offseason, got 1 year, $12 million. Tobias Harris has a $26 million expiring contract as well. I would get an Orlando first-round pick for Eubanks and Levine. I mean, I'll be greedy. I'll throw in another first-round pick in 2028 in this as well. We'll see what they say. They would want Keon Ellis, which I would obviously want him too if I were you, but we are not going to do that. What about if I just got your 2028 unprotected first? You would want Dominique Clifford and make it a swap. All right, let's just try this part. And if you say no, I don't really want to throw in a second, but I'll throw in this Blazer second, and I'll throw in this 2027 second for the lottery protected Orlando Magic first, which could be unprotected in 2028. And they would want my first. We're not doing that. So you know what? I don't really think I'm going to be making any trades this offseason. I really wish I could move Malik Monk right now, but he's hurt. We are going to start Dominique Clifford at the 3, which I'm excited about, just to see what he can do. We'll give Kyle Kuzma around like 17 minutes a night to come off the bench. And I would like to go a little bit more to Maxime right now. He can get around 17 minutes, and I'll give those final 11 until Monk gets back to... We'll do Tower Smith. And this team, come on, man. I just kind of want to lose games. We're 33-33. And oh my God, how are we beating Milwaukee, Cleveland, Memphis? This team, oh my God, we're going to go above 500. Stop it. Stop it. I wanted the best pick possible. Oh, this season's been an utter disaster. This is just going to make this rebuild that much harder. So you have Shea, Luka, Jokic, Wemby, and Giannis on first team. Şengün, LaMelo, Embiid, Sabonis. All right, he's a top 10 player in the league, opposing GMs. Trade for him this offseason, please. Hopefully we can move him and Zach LaVine and just start fresh here. I was just hoping I was going to have a top 10 pick. Dominique Clifford wasn't really super efficient. So we ended the season as the 8th seed. We're going up against the Clippers in the first leg. We had a negative 1.2 point differential. You're telling me the Lakers, the Nuggets were this bad? The Trailblazers, the Grizzlies? I think those teams can be better than Sacramento in 2026. All right, so we'll see how this goes against Sacramento, or excuse me, against Los Angeles in the first leg of the play-in. I mean, I'd like a lottery pick, but we'll see. They are up by 7. Oh my God, and we won. Keegan Murray had 22, Monk had 19. All right, we're going up against Dallas in the first leg. If you remember me hyping up Dallas earlier this season, they also picked up Derek White and Nikola Vucevic. What? Bam was traded for De'Aaron Fox. Interesting trade that I don't hate for either team. Bam and Wemby in that front court, and now you could start Dylan Harper. That is pretty sick. You got Trey Murphy getting traded to the... Oh my God, the Spurs are sick. So PJ Washington and Jaden Hardy for Derek White. That's all it took. And then Max Christie for Nikola Vucevic. Okay, so the Spurs lineup is... Oh, and they picked up Damian Lillard in free agency. So Dame, Harper, Vassell, Bam, Wemby, Castle, Trey Murphy off the bench. That is insane. I mean, what's going to happen here? We do have an injury. Who got hurt? Devin Carter, a guy that I think could be a playoff riser for us, but we're not going to see him in the playoffs now. And Maxime right now wasn't too good this year. All right, so we're taking on, Dallas. This is not going to end well. We lose game 1 by 13. Cooper Flag at 34. LaVine at 28. Game number 2, it's going to go to the Dallas Mavericks. We lost 115-104. Sabonis 19-17. Zach LaVine 3 of 10 from the field. Kuzma 3 of 11. Game 3 does go to Sacramento. We won by 9. Monk had 20 points in 17 minutes. I knocked out 4 threes. At least we won a playoff game, and we tie it up. I mean, at this point, we're already picking around 15, 16, 17, no matter how far we go. So maybe I'm okay winning the finals now, as we ended up losing by 3 here in overtime. Damn, 3 points away from going to up 3-2 on Dallas, but we end up losing game number 6 by 7. Sabonis had a double-double. Great, but hey, could not get us a playoff series victory. We definitely overachieved this year, but probably not where I'd like to be. I guess at least we made it out of the play-in tournament. Kuzma was abysmal in round number 1. And Julius Randle and Karl-Anthony Towns, how fitting is that? Conference Finals MVPs, but on different teams than they were on a couple years ago. The Knicks ended up with Russ, and the Timberwolves ended up sweeping them, and Julius Randle is your Finals MVP. You gotta love... I hate this game sometimes. I'm not going to give fault to the roster creator because I should have known, but I think a lot of offseason features were automated here. So, well, actually, they're not. So I don't know what's going on here. The offseason is cooked. How different does the team look? Nothing's really changed. Either way, it doesn't matter. This is so stupid. So I will have to do a new save here, and I'll see you guys in what's going to be a second for you. Might be a little bit for me. All right, so this version of the Kings ended up as the 10th seed. Watch them still go to the playoffs now. Okay, I'll make sure that we're going to get like the 16th overall pick in the draft. Everything is going to look maybe a tad bit different since this is a different save. I still can't believe that happened. I've never seen that before. So sorry, Timberwolves fans, you guys are not in the finals. Knicks fans, you guys are in the finals, and hey, you got swept to Minnesota in the first version. You lose to Dallas in 7. So let's go here to the 26 offseason. I'll make sure that we'll get a correct pick. But we're going to look to trade Levine. We're going to look to trade Sabonis, who was an All-NBA guy this year. Loaded Hall of Fame class with Harden, CP3, Russ, LeBron, and Paul George. So the draft lottery, how funny would it be if it moved us up to number 1? So we're there at 13. I'll make a trade with like Chicago or Detroit there, or maybe even OKC. So we ended up as the 7th seed, so I don't think we would have gotten the 15th pick. So I'll make a trade here with Detroit, and we'll get pick 16. So let's start this maybe fire sale here in Sacramento. I'm gonna try to get pick 23 and a 2027 top 3 protected first from Golden State here in exchange for Malik Monk. So Malik Monk is now a Warrior, and we just traded him within the division, the team that eliminated us in the 2023 playoffs, and had a very good career in Sacramento. So do I want to move anybody else? I think we could look to move. Dennis Schroeder's expiring. Maybe Kuzma's expiring. So I wonder if I can like replenish some second rounders here from Memphis. Could I get 3 second rounders and John Conchar for Dennis Schroeder? They would say no to that, actually. Do you have just the cap to take on Schroeder? Okay, how about Schroeder for 3 seconds? They say yes to that. I'm not really sure what team would want the Lakers. I thought about sending Kyle Kuzma, or excuse me, what team would want Kyle Kuzma. I thought about sending Kuzma back to the Lakers where he had some of the best years of his career, but I don't know if the Lakers would want him. So maybe Kuzma is just somebody I'm going to buy out this offseason, maybe like a DeAndre Ayton 2.0, but definitely making a little bit less. Now, I would like to re-sign Doug Christie here if he was in this game, just to be our head coach going forward. There we go. So let's give Doug Christie a 2-year extension. I mean, we're going to be going through a rebuild, and then I can't trade Levine till after he picks up his player option, and I almost downloaded the wrong draft class, which would have been a major L by me. So we have 16, which is our pick. We have 23, we have 35, 45, and 58. I don't plan on making all those picks. So could I maybe, I don't know, try to get a 3rd first rounder? Could I trade these 3 seconds so I can get a 4-year contract with the Wizards? Probably they would do that, actually. So let me try the Hawks here at 24. Would they do these 3 seconds for that first? What about if I throw in a 4th second because I have 3 next year? Bang, there we go. So kind of similar to like when the Knicks got 5 seconds for the Dylan Jones pick from the Thunder during the 2024 draft. We should be picking in the top, but we aren't. I mean, Darren Peterson could run the show here. Same with AJ Debanza. Same with Cameron Boozer. And trying to find a team that would take on Domantas Sabonis is very tough. I think we're going to try to make a trade with the Atlanta Hawks. I would be getting Onyeka Okongwu, who's making about $30 million less than Sabonis, and a 2027 swap between the Pelicans and Milwaukee. I don't know. Yeah, like, could I also get a 2030 first out of this as well? They have a little bit of financial flexibility because Trae Young's option is up. So we'll see if they would do this. I would even include, like, actually, I don't know if I want to include any first. I don't think there's any players. Like, I would include maybe Tyler Smith in this deal as well, because I'm getting a center and a Okongwu. And they're going to say no. They would want Golden State's first rounder for a 2028 first. I think I should do this because this pick is already like, what, 23, 22. I can get a 2028 first. So, Domantas Sabonis is an Atlanta Hawk. Like I said, I wanted to tear this thing down. Denver just traded the 4th pick. Sorry, Mavericks fans, you guys don't have Derek White in this save. As Boston just traded Derek White to Denver to get Elijah Arenas. They also have a pick a couple selections later. We just saw Tunde Yesufu go. Boston just traded Elijah Arenas for 6 and 28 or whatever. They took Dash Daniels, and they're going to get Nate Ament. With my first round pick, I'm going to take Koa Pete here out of Arizona. He could be a 3. He could be a 4 for us. And then I'm going to take LeBaron Philon here from Alabama with the 24th overall pick. He could have been a first rounder in the 2025 draft. So that is going to be for us. We're going to sign Pete. We're going to sign Philon. Levine opts in. We're going to test the market for him to see if we could trade him. All right. I don't think they can do this. I just didn't want Emmanuel Quickley's contract. So could I somehow do Zach LaVine for RJ Barrett, Isaiah Evans, who they just drafted, and Colin Murray Boyles? They say no. I don't know what else I would throw in this deal to get it done. Like, I don't really want to throw in any first round picks. I don't even think I can really throw in any players to get it done. Like, I would throw in Keon Ellis in this deal, but he's a restricted free agent right now. Like, I don't really want to take these. I would do Levine for Barrett straight up. It's just they don't have the cap space to do that. So we may have Levine as a buyout candidate. We'll see. We're going to extend the qualifying offer to Murray, Jones, and Cardwell. I definitely think Keon Ellis could be like a sign and trade guy. We're going to give him a 3-year deal worth $30 million. Keegan Murray, hopefully we can drag that out and get him on a descending contract. But we will have around like $7 million off the books. Like, we're going to have a ton of cap space going forward. I don't plan on being good next year. I could sign Shaden Sharp if I wanted to, but we're going to hold off on our cap space. I just thought, like, when the Kings created that cap space on the night of the 2023 draft, they were going to do something creative that offseason, but they extended Harrison Barnes. They reworked the Sabonis extension. They brought in Sasha Vezenkov. It was kind of a disaster. All right, so if I'm going to try to lock up Isaac Jones on a 3-year deal, we'll start it at $3 million, and it's going to be a pretty good contract for us, so we want to bring him back. 3 years, $8 million. And we'll do the same with Dylan Cardwell, just to be a third string center for us. And we're going to give Keegan Murray 4 years, $70 million. That descends over time. I want to see if I could somehow get 2 first-round picks from the Charlotte Hornets here that aren't directly theirs. A lottery 2027 pick from the Heat and a swap worse between Minnesota and Cleveland in 29. In exchange, well, I think they got that in the Mark Williams deal. In exchange for Keon Ellis. I love Keon Ellis, and I think he could be somebody that helps you out so much on a playoff roster. But we want to have Devin Carter, and we're not going to be good. We're not going to make the playoffs, I think, for the next 2 years. So I'd like to get something for him, and I'll take 2 first-round picks. There's not a lot of teams that would take LaVine right now, so maybe I end up buying him out at one point. We'll see. But yeah, this is going to be the roster going into next year. We have 3 centers, 3 power forwards, 3 small forwards, a shooting guard, and 2 point guards. So play progression. Yeah, this team is gross. Hopefully we are tanking for Tyron Stokes next year, and we can get him to maybe lead this franchise, or we can get somebody at the top of the 2027 class. All right, so I think we're going to start Devin Carter at the 1, LaVine at the 2. I don't really want to start Kyle Kuzma. I actually may buy out Kyle Kuzma. I want to start, what's his name at the 3? We had to sign like Lindy Waters. We had to fill up some roster spots. I want to start Nick Clifford at the 3. Let me actually just get him off the roster right now. Let's buy out Kyle Kuzma. So we're going to release him to free agency. All right, let's see what this team can do. Devin Carter, Zach LaVine, Nick Clifford, Keegan Murray, Onyeka Okongwu with Isaac Jones, Koa Pete, Maxime Reynal, LeBaron Philon, and Bogoya Markovic off the bench. We don't have... Well, there's actually some free agents. I actually think I could sign Shaden Sharp. Wants $44 million. I'm not going to do that right now. LaVine would re-sign with us. We're going to just hope he could take a bunch of shots. Maybe we can find a team that take a $48 million expiring at the deadline. Probably not. All right, so we start off the season against the Rockets and the Pistons. We end up going 1-1, and then we start off the season 2-4. I assume Zach LaVine's going to be the leading scorer. Then it's Okongwu, Murray, Carter, and Clifford. And I signed David Roddy and Colby Jones to fill out the roster spots. Colby Jones making $10 million a year. Welcome back to Sacramento. I really liked him coming out of Xavier. And we are 22-28. That's still too good of a record. I don't know if it's Zach LaVine, who I'm probably going to buy out after the deadline, unless I could somehow get $48 million in bad expiring money. He's having a good year. Like, he could really help out a contender. Okongwu's been good. Devin Carter, 3-point shot has taken a little bit of a step back, averaging 4.5 assists. Keegan Murray, 43, 36, 88 splits. There's Nick Clifford. Come on, man. I need you to be a little bit more efficient. Koa Pete showing some promise as a rookie. Still don't know if his best position is at the 3 or at the 4. There's Isaac Jones. Maxime right now is not shooting well. I don't know how this team has won 22 games so far. Yeah, there's nothing realistic out there for Zach LaVine, so we are going to release him. There's no point in keeping him on the roster. I will be interested to see what team ends up signing him. We are going to get probably Nick Clifford into the starting lineup if he wasn't already. No, yeah, so we're getting Koa Pete into the lineup. So we'll go 30 to these guys. I want Isaac Jones getting minutes right now. Philon, Markovic can get 15 minutes a night. Let's go 20 to Philon. We can do 18 right now, and the final 11 will go to Dylan Cardwell. I just wonder what team is actually going to pick up Zach LaVine. So we end up going 0-2 without Zach LaVine. Is Zach LaVine a riser? I mean, you have Zach LaVine and Josh Giddey on your team, like the Bulls did at one point. You can end up winning 82 games in 2K. So who did Zach LaVine sign with? He signed with the Boston Celtics on a minimum deal. Are the Boston Celtics going to do anything this year? They're 29-26. And we are somehow winning games without Zach LaVine. Can somebody explain this to me? I feel like even in the Raptors rebuild, the Bulls rebuild, like, I should be bad in those. Like, even the Pacers rebuild without Halliburton. But 2K, like, I have it on 51 simulator difficulty. Should I raise it? Maybe I have to do that. And we are going to finish the season with over 30 wins, which blows my mind. I'm praying to the lottery gods. They're on our side. We went like 36-46. I feel like we could have been worse than that. Wemby, Luka, Ant, Shea, Halliburton first team. Second team, you got Paolo Banchero. Here's third team. All defensive first team with Vic, Amen, Flag, Mobley, and Holmgren. Here's all defensive second team. You got Anthony Davis, who broke his right ankle. Damn. Koa Pete makes all rookie first team. There we go. 46, 26, 72 splits, 12.6 rebounds, 2.5 assists. I will take that. And LeBaron Philon made all rookie second team. How did we make the playing tournament? If this team somehow makes the playoffs, I will lose my mind. We're going to be picking like 13. Just please, thank you. We lost to Golden State. Steph at 52, Monk at 16 against his former team. 23 for Murray, 17 for Pete. Colby Jones got in there. Lindy Waters got in there. David Roddy got in there. Colin Gillespie got in there. Yeah, this was... I don't even know how I feel about this young core either now, just because Devin Carter is 25. Keegan Murray's 26. Isaac Jones hasn't really been efficient enough. Maxime right now, I may have to give up that experiment with. We'll see who ends up winning the 2027 NBA Finals. It's the Mavericks versus the Magic, as the 8-seeded Celtics with Zach LaVine got swept in round number 1. The 8-seeded Warriors with Malik Monk lost at 7. And the Atlanta Hawks with Domantas Sabonis lost in the playing tournament. It's because Sabonis ended up getting hurt, which is unfortunate. And the Mavericks ended up winning in 6. Cooper Flagg only averaging 11 points is your finals MVP. So Mike Conley, Tobias Harris, Draymond, Middleton, McCollum all end up retiring. Any Kings legends? Not really. Staff retirements, no Doug Christie. Draymond gets his jersey retired by the Warriors. And here we are at the 2027 draft lottery. So our pick is going to be at 11. I'm pretty sure that Milwaukee pick is a swap worse from the Sabonis trade. Not getting my hopes up. But it may be a swap worse with New Orleans. So maybe it is going to be a top 10 pick. But we know that Miami pick is lottery protected. So the Bulls get 1. Oh my God. No freaking way. No way. I actually got lucky. The 2K gods were on my side. We ended up going from like whatever it was, 11 to number 2. I have the 17th pick via Golden State, and I also get the 11th pick via New Orleans. Thank you. Thank you. The lottery gods were on our side. Maybe it was because we did an ethical tank. Okay, so Onyeka Okongwu is an expiring contract. We either have to figure out if we're going to extend him or not. But yeah, we're going to end up with maybe Tyron Stokes, maybe Micah Murrian, who I'm definitely butchering his name. We're going to call him Double M. I think whoever the Bulls don't take, I will take. So we're going to take Mika here from Finland, who is one of the top prospects in the 2027 class. That is going to be our selection. He's going to be our day 1 power forward next year. We'll see if he can turn the franchise around. But last time the Sacramento Kings took a power forward number 2 overall in the NBA draft, didn't really work out so well. The Heat are trading Norman Powell for the 3rd pick. I don't know how they were able to pull that off. And the Heat selected Caleb Holt. And I thought we killed this draft. So we took Double M, and then we also got Alex Costanza at 11, Caleb Gaskins at 17. I'm excited about these guys going forward. We got Kelly Marshall and Andy Ross there in the 2nd round. We're going to pick up the team options on right now in Clifford, but it's not a guarantee that these guys crack the rotation next year. Devin Carter probably will. So we're going to give Markovic the qualifying offer. We do have $80 million. Do we want to sign Jokic Towns? No, we need to build ourselves up, and we're not even a big free agency destination to begin with. We'll see where Zach LaVine ends up signing. I don't know who's giving you $40 million. Right now, though, we do have maybe an opening as the starting point guard spot. Right now, it's going to be Devin Carter, and we do have LeBaron and Philon off the bench. You got Gaskins and Costanza, some young shooting guards there. Pete and Clifford. You got Murray and Murrian, or Double M, because I'm going to just butcher his name every time. And we got Okongwu at the 5. Now, how much? So I can't even extend Okongwu. Devin Carter wants about $16 million. I wouldn't mind giving him like my mid-level exception next offseason. I think we're going to just still hold on to our cap space. Maybe there's like a young guy we could end up signing, like Drake Powell's here. Caden Boozer's here. Yeah, like give me Caden Boozer on a 3-year deal and hope he could develop something like on, or maybe in the G League. Declan DeRue. We can end up signing here on a 2. We'll do a 3-year deal with the team option on the last year. Just trying to use our money that way, and then I'll definitely bring back Markovic. Zach LaVine ended up getting $153 million from the Pelicans. God bless you guys. So I could end up signing like RJ Barrett. I tried trading for him at one point. We could sign Nick Smith Jr., Jordan Poole. I think we're going to just hold off. I'm intrigued about Jaden Ivey as well, but I think we're going to hold off our money till next offseason. I just want to see progression from this team. So Kobe Pete's up to an 80. Devin Carter's up. Okongwu's up. It's a big contract year for Okongwu. If we can't get a deal done, maybe I end up trading him. So we can't re-sign Okongwu, which is fine. Let's go into next year's season. I do need to release 2 players before the season starts. I think it's going to be my 2nd rounders, Kelly Marshall and Andy Ross, just because they're not real players, or at least I don't think they are. So Kevin Durant's going to retire at the end of the 2028 season. We have Carter. Honestly, let's start. We could start Gaskins. That's fine with me at the 2. He'll get like 25 minutes a night. Let's start Pete at the 3. I think we're going to start Double M at the 4. So that means Keegan Murray, first time in a while, is going to come off the bench. I want like Nick Clifford to play a decent amount. Isaac Jones may get like 10 minutes. Right now, may get like 10 minutes a night. Let's go about 20 to Nick Clifford. I don't even know if I'm going to play Markovic, even though I do want to see what he can do. So let's go like 10 to Markovic. I want, obviously, LeBaron and Philon to play as well. He can get like 17 minutes a night. So we'll do 17 to Clifford. We can do about 25 to Gaskins. It's fine. We'll do 20 7 to Pete, 28 to Double M, 32 to Okungwu, 28 to Devin Carter, and the final 12 I will give to probably Alex Costanza. And we start off the season against the Detroit Pistons, the Minnesota Timberwolves. We end up beating Detroit, losing to Minnesota. We're 2-4 to start the year. We do own our 2028 first round pick. I'm interested to see who the leading scorer on this team is going to be at the end of the year. So this team at 500 at the deadline, I don't know if this team is ever going to bottom out. Like, we've kind of been in the playing tournament. We're just destined to be in the playing tournament every single year. Our leading scorer is Onyeka Okungwu with 14 points and 7.5 rebounds. Koa Pete unfortunately suffered a serious spinal injury when he was somewhat breaking out this year. There's Double M. You know what? If that three-point shot can come around, he could be special. Devin Carter's a restricted free agent at the end of the year. I mean, Nick Clifford has taken a little bit of progression offensively, which is good. Declan DeRue, kind of an elite free throw shooter. So we're just seeing who's coming and who's going. Isaac Jones and Maxime Reynal may not be part of the future. They just never really took advantage of their opportunities. The only guys I would think about trading, I mean, Keegan Murray, I would think about trading. I would think about trading Okungwu since he's a free agent, or Devin Carter since he's already 25. But I think I can re-sign Okungwu in the offseason if I want to. I could trade Murray, and Carter is restricted. So I'm not going to make any changes right now. And Wemby just won MVP. Tyron Stokes is your Rookie of the Year. Caleb Wilson is your Sixth Man of the Year for the Atlanta Hawks. There's Cameron Boozer, Most Improved. We do have his brother on the team. He also got All-NBA First Team. Yeah, like, it would have been nice if we had a top pick that year. And then you also see Trey Johnson making it as well. Shout out to Trey. We will have a ton of free agency money to spend. I don't know who we're going to be able to convince to come here, but we are building something in Sacramento with the young core of Costanza, Gaskins, Double M, and just Onyeka Okungwu, who dropped 15 and 7. He's got to want to re-sign here, right? So let's see what ends up happening. Yeah, the Pelicans got Levine. They are the 9th seed. And then I don't know if, the Atlanta Hawks hasn't been working out with Sabonis. So we ended the season as the 7th seed, a 40-42 record. We weren't good. Just the Western Conference wasn't good. There's a lot of bad teams now. Our leading scorer ended up being Okungwu. And let's see what happens against Luka and the Lakers. They still have Reeves. They have Jimmy Butler, Kristaps Porzingis. Bronny James is the 6th man. The Malik Monk Bowl here, you could say. The Jake LaRavia Bowl. Are we going to win and advance as a 7th seed? Yes, we are. Double M posts up 26 as a rookie. Let's go. Devin Carter, 24. And we're taking on the Dallas Mavericks, who I think we played, back in year number 1. We lost in 6. Trying to get revenge on them. We do lose game 1 by a lot. We scored 9 points in the first quarter. That ain't great. Game 2, we lose this one as well by 30. Koa Pete with 14, Murray with 13, Double M with 12, Okungwu with 12. Game 3 goes to Dallas, 144-105. Also not great. We're going to get swept. Yes, we do. All right, it is what it is. We end up getting swept. This was not a fun playoff series. 39 for Gaskins from the field, 39 for Pete, 35 for Double M. Really nobody shot well from the field whatsoever. Jeez, man. What was, like, the true shooting? Can I see this? I can, right? I'm going to go to the advanced stats. Everybody's true shooting here in round number 1. Did anybody have a good one? We had a 50, a 39, a 42, a 50, or 43, a 53, 47. Nope, everybody was below average. Terrible stuff. So we were 0-2 in the playoffs. In this video, we've been the 7th seed both times, and we've lost to Dallas. And I think, Dallas has won the finals in both times now with the actual save here, because Minnesota did win in the OG save. We have no Sacramento Kings retiring. I don't think we're going to be retiring anybody's jersey number. And I just noticed at the staff retirements, we're going to be looking for a new head coach. Doug Christie ends up retiring. Okay. And let's see what we have here for the lottery, because we do own Miami's unprotected pick. Shout out Keon Ellis. And we own an Atlanta pick at 6 in the 2028 draft, because they wanted that 20th pick from the Golden State Warriors. I'm glad we included that. Give me some luck. Last year, you gave me pick 2. This year, you give me pick 1, baby. Let's freaking go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. We also have the 6th overall pick in this draft. We are turning this around. A little bit of draft luck on our side. Now, this is an auto-generated class, so I'm really hoping there's like a stud at the top. Please tell me I can get Ime Udoka. I'll offer Eric Spoelstra, JJ Redick, Nick Nurse. Anybody want to come out here? Greg Popovich, who's somehow the assistant in San Antonio, Steve Kerr. Who wants to coach this team? Can I at least get Udoka, please? Or is Udoka going to take a different offer? Please. Okay, we get Ime Udoka. I'm going to sign him to be the next Kings head coach. I actually lied, and I thought I did auto-generated, but I did download a 2028 class. So we're going to take this Baba Ala Doten or this Paul Osori guy. Probably one of those guys with the number 1 pick. And then we also have pick 6 as well, which is pretty sweet. So do I want to go Baba or do I want to go Paul here? Paul's got a comp to LeBron James as a ceiling, and Baba's got Michael Jordan. So what do I prefer, right? It's an easy decision, right? I'm going to take Paul here. It's just a little bit more, like, it looks like physical. He weighs about 15 more pounds. Similar wingspan, like they are. I guess you really can't go wrong with either one. So we're going to take Paul from Canada here. And then I'm going to take, I think, a point guard here. I'm going to take Dooney Johnson from Michigan, 6'6". And then I also had my first rounder as well as, wow, Lincoln Crosby went too. And I ended up taking Ryan Hampton with the 16th overall pick out of Texas. I will throw my second round picks on two ways. So we're going to pick up the team option on Pete, Phylon, and Nick Clifford. So since we have the number 1 overall pick, that player will be making a lot of money. So it's not like we're going to have a ton of cap space right now. We will, but he's going to be making a decent amount. I could go after John Moran if I wanted. Kungwu wants 32 million. Yeah, I don't think I'm giving you that per year. I mean, getting John Morant would be sick. Getting Stephon Castle would be sick, but he's restricted. We could sign Garland. We could sign Devin Booker and Karl-Anthony Towns. We could sign... No, only just one of them. All right, so here I would like to bring back a Kungwu, right, to be the starting center. I think we're fine at the 4. We have plenty of wings next year. And we're going to have plenty of point guard options, especially with Devin Carter coming back. So I guess I should have signed Devin Carter last offseason. He wanted like 15 mil. I mean, we're in no rush to sign him. Only a Kungwu. He's the only unrestricted guy here. I don't think he takes that Knicks 1-year deal. I mean, I would offer you like a front-loaded contract worth 28. That's still so much for a Kungwu. He has 13 offers, and they're all basically like a 1-year deal worth 16 million. I don't think he takes one of those. I'm like scared he does though. We got nothing yet. Please. Okay. I just need that price to go down. I just don't want to give you all of that. And I obviously want to front load this at 29 mil a year. I mean, I could afford it. All right, let's give it to him. I'm going to throw a team option on the last year though. And he's going to accept that. 3 years, 82 million. And then Devin Carter is going to get a little bit more out of me. It's going to be a 3-year deal worth 59 million. Markovic and Reynal back on the qualifying offers. This team should be better next year. I don't know if we're going to be better than the 7th seed, but record-wise, we should be better with the young guys developing. And I do need to cut 3 players before the season starts. So I think I'm going to cut... I think I may have cut Isaac Jones, which sucks. I wanted him to be something for us. I'm thinking about cutting Declan DeRue, who actually wasn't bad for us last year. I may cut Dylan Cardwell, unfortunately. And then the last guy might have to be Markovic. Markovic is kind of nice, though. So maybe it will be Declan DeRue, because I don't think the 2-ways count. I mean, I'm going to do something stupid and see if the 2-ways count. Nope, the 2-ways didn't count, so I released that guy for nothing. So I think it's going to be Caden Boozer. I'm going to release him as well. Because we drafted Dooney Johnson. They want to start filing at the 1, which I'm intrigued about. Gaskins at the 2. Pete, like, we have so much young talent right now. I do want to get Paul into the starting lineup just because he was the number 1 overall pick. So it's going to be something like this for now. I got to sort out some of these minutes, but it's going to be Phylon, Gaskins, Paul, double Emma, Kungwu at the 5. Honestly, I may not even play Maxime right now this year, and like Koa P can play some backup 5. So can double M. So let's go something like this, 31 to the front court, and let's go 27 minutes to the number 1 overall pick. And let's see how Ime Udoka can coach this young team like he did with Houston back in 2024. And this team is killing it. We are 36-15. We're on a 7-game winning streak with a 7-point differential. Phylon's been pretty good this year. Gaskins shooting 42 from 3. Paul shooting 37 from 3 as a 19-year-old. Double M breaking out for this team. Bogoyub has started and has been killing it since Okongwu got hurt. Cole Pete's been good. I mean, Keegan Murray shooting 45% from 3. We got the depth on this team right now. Nick Clifford shooting 46 from 3. So I don't think I'm going to make any trades. I may bench Costanza for Markovic full-time because Markovic is kind of a beast. So yeah, this is what the team is going to be throughout the rest of the year. Let's see if we're going to finish as a top 3 seed in the West still. And this team is going to win over 50 games here in 2029. We don't get the Rookie of the Year. That goes to Lincoln Crosby over there in Golden State. Devin Carter, an OG Sacramento King, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 49-36 splits. We will take that. Bogoyub Markovic ended up getting most improved player. So I guess we won the DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Kuzma trade. Maybe better than a first-round pick we could have gotten in that deal. And we don't get any Sacramento Kings on the All-NBA team, unfortunately. But we do get Paulo on all-rookie first team. So we ended the season as the 4th seed, so a little bit of a slide in the second half. But hey, it looks like we have elevated ourselves into a new tier in the West. We're fully healthy for the playoffs as well. A lot of guys were efficient. So I'm really excited to see like what lineup I'm going to come up with for the playoffs. I don't know who I'm going to bench. It might be Costanza, even though he was really good, because I want to play Nick Clifford. Markovic is going to get 24. I think I'm going to go like 24 to Markovic, 24 to Okongwu. They'll split those minutes. We're going to go 15 Nick Clifford, right now has been passed by Markovic. So it's going to be Phylon, Gaskins. We'll go 30 to Paulo, 35 to Murray. I actually may start Devin Carter over Phylon. That leaves me with about 11 more minutes. We'll go 30 to Gaskins, who was really efficient this year. And the final 4, I'll go to Koa Pete. So we're taking on Dallas. We've made the playoffs 3 times in this video. Every single time it's been against Dallas. Isaiah Collier is their starting point guard. Hopefully we can pull off the upset. We win by 2 in game 1. Double M with 21 and 11. We lose game 2 by 12. Double M had 28. AD had 22. Game 3, we end up losing this one 131-126. Paul O with 28. Caleb Gaskins with 26. Somebody's hurt. Oh, it's Devin Carter. Okay, somebody I said in the beginning of the video, I can't wait to see him in a playoff series because he can make an impact. So Phylon's going to start. And then let's get Costanza in as the 9th man. We could get, like, Dooney Johnson, but I don't really trust him. Let's get Keegan Murray in there, who's fully healthy now. Game number 4, we win this one huge by 12. Double M with 26, Okongwu with 18, Costanza with 18. We're going to lose game 5 by 30. Not great. Okay. Game 6, we lose. All right. So 3 years against Dallas. 3, I don't know how many games we lost last year. I know year 1 we lost in 6. I think last year was a little bit more one-sided. So, you know what? At least we're heading in the right direction, right? I feel comfortable about this team being a first-round exit than I did about other teams because of how young our roster is, how much it's getting better. We have a good head coach in Ime Udoka. And I'll have 2 first-round picks here, 1 at 27, 1 at 28. One of those picks is from the Keon Ellis trade. I want to see if the Warriors would trade me the number 1 overall pick. There's somebody really good at number 1. I was going to dangle Keegan Murray and Onyeka Okongwu in this trade for number 1. I don't really need Keegan Murray anymore. Like, he's been here for 7 years, and I know he's one of the few OGs left, but we'd be selling high on him. And I'd be moving Onyeka Okongwu, who's been good for 3 years. I mean, I'd like to hold on to Okongwu. I mean, would you rather have Ryan Hampton? And I would give you 27, 28, 34, and a Hawks 2030 first round pick. They're going to say yes to that because there's this one intriguing prospect by the name of Leslie, maybe Wagner, probably Wagner, not Wagner. He's not German, from Florida, 7 feet tall. Him and Double M, I think, are going to be a fun front court for years to come. And yeah, he looks like a beast as well. I'm excited, man. The Sacramento Kings team, it's a lot of new faces here. A lot of guys we have drafted throughout the years. So a lot of team options there. Right now, if he leaves, he leaves. I would like to bring back Nick Clifford and Bogolyub Markovic. So I'm going to give Markovic and Nick Clifford contracts. Nick Clifford, 3 years, $10 million. I'll take that. He's one of the OGs, and he's probably going to be in the thumbnail of this video. I gave Markovic $64 million on a descending contract for 4 years. I assume right now is going to come back on the QO, but I wouldn't mind getting another, like Vlad Golden, maybe. Just another guy in here that could rival right now, just in case a center does go down. So we're going to sign Golden, and we will get right now on the qualifying offer if 2K doesn't auto do that. So we get him. Koa Pete is the highest overall. We got LeBaron Phylon. We got Paul O, who's up to an 86 overall. This team is good. It's young. It's exciting. And is there any contract extensions I want to hand out? Koa Pete, 38 million. I don't even know if I would give him that. Phylon, 37 million. I don't know if I would give him that either, honestly. So hopefully we can win in the 2030 season. It's going to be Phylon and Devin Carter splitting the point guard minutes. Like, we have Dooney Johnson, who's not even playing yet. So unfortunately, I don't think Nick Clifford will crack the rotation. It's just so good right now with Pete, Wagner, Carter, Costanza, and Markovic off the bench with Double M, Okongwu, like Double M and Double O. Mo, it's pretty cool. Phylon, Gaskins, and Paul O in the starting lineup. See how far this team can go in 2030. All right, so we're pretty much here in the middle of January. It is a new day for me, and we are 30-16 right now. In the Western Conference, we are the 4 seed, but we do have a double-digit point differential. We had a couple injuries so far this year, most notably to Caleb Gaskins. But I don't know, this team just still has a ton of depth. It has a ton of young talent as it is. I'm hoping Double M, Paul O, LeBaron Phylon, like, these guys can anchor this team towards the end of the year. We'll see, though. Obviously, it's still a very young team. We're going to have LeBaron Phylon and Koa Pete being free agents at the end of the year as well. And we're here at the trade deadline. We are currently 34-16. We have the best point differential in the Western Conference. We have the best offense. The defense could get a little bit better. Onyeka Okongwu is shooting 41% from 3 now, which is amazing. Double M is shooting 39% from 3. Koa Pete is our highest overall, but he's also just not really a starter for us right now. I've thought about moving him, but I'm not sure. Like, Bogolyub Markovic is pretty good. I forget we have Wesley Wagner, the #1 overall pick as well. Yeah, I could trade Cole Pete. I could probably get a nice return. But like right now, yeah, I'd be trading him for like a future first round pick, something that could be something that can't be. Because if I get another good player, I'm just going to run into the same issue that I just don't have playing time for that said player. So I guess if I'm looking into the future, it would be wise to try to get a really good 20, 30 first round pick. That team can get a young player. Obviously, I could do a sign and trade with Cole Pete in the offseason. So maybe that's what I would end up doing. And funny enough, right after the trade deadline, Cole Pete gets hurt. So Cooper Flagg, that photo is just funny of him, ends up winning MVP. Josh Leonard, the 18th overall pick out of USC, South Carolina USC, Rookie of the Year. Halliburton's coming off the bench at just 30 years old. You got Darius Wabbington, 4th overall pick, winning Most Improved, and LaMelo Ball to Golden State, Clutch Player of the Year, a team that could have drafted him on the night of the 2020 draft as well. We're not going to get anybody on the first 2 teams or the first 3 teams. You do see Derek Queen, who unfortunately is going to be out at least the rest of the offseason with an injury. Hopefully it doesn't affect his rookie campaign. So we actually finished as the 4th seed in the West. We did finish with the best point differential at a 10.9. So I don't know how I feel right now. We'll end up seeing what happens down the stretch. It's going to be interesting to see who kind of gets the can in the playoff rotation. Like, I hate to say it, but it's probably going to be Nick Clifford, at least right now, where we've just drafted highly. So I think Markovic, Wagner, Carter, Costanza, Pete, like this is an unreal bench. I think Costanza gets 16. We go 16 there. Maybe go 18 to Wagner in the first pick. We'll go 14 to Markovic. I'm not even going to play like Declan DeRue, Vlad Golden, Maxime Reynau, Donnie Johnson, which only leaves me about 12 more minutes here. So I think for Gaskins, 25 is fine because we have a lot of good scoring wings off the bench. We'll go 28 to Okongwu. I'd like to go 35 to Paulo and Double M. And obviously those minutes can be reallocated the further we go in the playoffs. So we're taking on, yeah, I was just like, for a second, what the heck was on Johan Behringer's cheeks? Why does he have the Raptors logo tattooed on his cheeks? I don't know. What? All right, well, that's odd. We do win game 1 by 11. Cole Pete, 22 points in 22 minutes off the bench. Double M. Oof. Playoff, or pandemic Double M right now. It's like playoff P. He does play a little bit better in game 2, but we do lose by 1. We had an abysmal third quarter. Damn, after an elite second quarter. Game 3 goes to Minnesota, 108-96. Not ideal. Double M with 24, Costanza with 15. We do win game 4, 124-120. LeBaron Philon with 20, Gaskins with 18, Paul Lowe with 16, 13, 5, and 3. Game 5 does go to Minnesota. We're down 137-110. Double M with 20. Double O, 8 and 4 in this game. Okongwu's not been the best. Game number 6 goes to Sacramento. Thank God we blow them out. Okongwu with 22. Philon had 11 assists. And let's see game 7 here. It's going to be in Sacramento. Hopefully we could pull this one out. We had a great scoring first quarter. As long as we don't choke it, we're going to be fine. And we don't choke it, we end up dropping 132. Koa Pete, man. I mean, he's playing where I should get him in the starting lineup for round number 2, what he just performed in round number 1. We're going to be taking on Sacramento. I mean, Polo was not very good. Double M was pretty good, but like struggled from 3. I think that's going to be an easy switch for me. I think Polo, 25 minutes. Koa Pete, here's a chance where you can get extended by me. We'll go 34 to each of you. I don't know. Like, Markovic shot 48 from 3. Costanza shot 42. Devin Carter, I want to play. He's like the only OG left in this lineup. So let's see what happens here against Phoenix, who have Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Agent Advance, Danny Wolf. Come on, Maluach. Oh my God, they brought back DeAndre Ayton. That's a good team. Game 1's going to go to Phoenix. They won by 2 points. Koa Pete, man. This guy is showing that I need to pay him in the offseason. We do win game 2, 132-121. Gaskins with 21. There we go. Game number 3 goes to Phoenix. Oh my God. We gave up 52 points in the fourth quarter. Good Lord. Who was like the worst plus minus in this game? It was Paulo. Yeah, the former #1 overall pick has not had the best playoff run so far. We do go down 3 games to 1. We lost by 6. So we've lost by 2, 21, and by 6. Game 5, we are going to lose in 5, unfortunately. 136-131. A lot of close games. And I think even like Onyeka Okongwu's job might not be safe. I know he's been here for a while, but he did struggle in the playoffs, and I do wonder if we have a ceiling with him. He's entering the last year of his deal. Dallas ended up beating Phoenix, and you have the Bulls versus the Mavericks in the finals. Mavericks ended up winning in 6, and Cooper Flagg is your finals MVP. So on to the 2031 season here. We're in the 2030 off season. I don't think we have any like random first round picks here. So we're going to be picking at number 25. We're going to keep Ime Udoka as our head coach. We're going to go here to the draft where, yeah, Randolph O'Neal looks pretty good. I mean, there's some talented guys at the top for sure. So if we were going to think about a Onyeka Okongwu trade, he's under contract. I want to keep Clifford just because he's been here. I mean, we can get Wagner in as maybe our starting center. I just worry about his rebounding ability as well. Or I'm going to say F it and trade away Onyeka Okongwu and 3 future first-round picks for Chet Holmgren. They actually were willing to do this. They say they want Devin Carter. The problem is I don't want to move an OG, so I could wait till after the draft to do this because I don't really want to throw in Markovic. I mean, I'll throw in 2 second-rounders. All right, we'll revisit this after the draft because I don't want to trade Devin Carter or Nee Clifford right now. So, yeah, Randolph O'Neal looks pretty good, but honestly, Harold Wall, Drew Gibson, Jeffrey Armstrong, Dusty York all look pretty intriguing as prospects. I took a French prospect by the name of Pierre Sonnet. He'll be intriguing to Sam Presti, of course. He does like his international prospects. We'll bring all these guys back. And then qualifying offers, I'm just going to give everybody the QO. So let's go back to this Chet Holmgren idea. And I would be pissed if they traded him by now. Okay, so say we did, damn, he's only 1 star. Brooks Walsh, Okongwu, and I'll do 3 first-round picks for Chet Holmgren. Man, the problem is, like, I could easily do this if I threw in Dooney Johnson, which might be fine. Like, he's a 6'6" point guard. I mean, I could probably do some type of LeBaron Philon sign and trade, and I could start Devin Carter next year. I mean, I don't really need Dooney Johnson and Devin Carter, so let's just do this. Onyeka Okongwu and Dooney Johnson for Chet Holmgren. They agree to that. Okay, so we got Chet. I know he's also not a great rebounder, but he's definitely better than Okongwu. He's going to be our center next year, so I wonder what his overall goes down to. It doesn't change, which is good. And then let's see how expensive some of these guys will get. So the restricted guys, I'm in no rush to sign. Just because he's an OG, I'm going to overpay for him. I want Maxime Reynal back on the roster. 2 years, $15 million is a little much, I know. So Declan DeRue is restricted. Obviously, Philon and Cole Pete might get bags. I don't know if I'm going to sign and trade any of them. All right, so I'm going to re-sign Pete and Philon on 3-year deals. Very similar to maybe like a Jalen Green contract. 3 years, 96 for Philon. 3 years, 105 for Pete. And we should get DeRue and Golden back on the qualifying offers. So this team has an elite front court. We have 2 elite small forward options. We have a plethora of 2-guard options between Carter, Costanza. We have a former #1 overall pick there in Wesley Wagner. This team is locked and loaded for 2031. And then is there anybody I want to re-sign before the season starts? I could sign Double M. I mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Obviously with Costanza, Gaskins, Carter. Yeah, this team's getting very expensive. I do need to cut somebody. It'll probably be my 2nd-round pick, Brooks Walsh. And then, okay, I was thinking about re-signing Devin Carter, but Kawhi's going to retire at the end of the year. It's going to be Philon. I mean, I think Costanza, like Paul O, are going to get like very similar minutes with Gaskins. I think Devin Carter can get about 14 with Markovic. And yeah, apologies to these guys, but a lot of OGs of Clifford right now. They're just going to be vibes guys coming off the bench because I think Philon can get 27. I think we can go something like, can I go 30? I think I wouldn't mind just going 26 to Philon, 30 to these 3 just to see what they could do throughout the regular season. And we're 4.5 star balance. I will readjust come playoff time. All right, so Cooper Flagg just won the 2031 MVP. Randolph O'Neal, the big man out of Minnesota, ends up going #1 rookie of the year. We got ourselves a different Minnesota center. Hopefully that can lead us all the way. King Gibson, most improved player. And Ime Udoka ended up getting coach of the year. We went 71-11. That's where I thought we could have leaped last year as Ace Bailey's on the Lakers. So I will definitely take that. We are the 1 seed, obviously, in the Western Conference. Here we are with a 19.2 point differential, a 71-11 record. This team fully broke out, and I don't know if it was Onyeka Okongwu. We had 130 points per game. We had the 2nd best defense. Shout out to the play-in tournament Pelicans. Still with Zion as an elite defense over there. Our #1 scorer was Double M. Like, Costanza missed a little bit of time. Philon missed a little bit of time, but we know how deep this team can be. I probably should have bumped up Chet Holmgren's shot tendency, only averaging 9.9 points. He'll play a lot more in the playoffs or shoot a lot more because it's really just who's going to have the hot hand. And it's funny, we are taking on the Thunder in round #1. So we don't have anybody that's injured. I think Markovic is going to get like 13 minutes a night with Devin Carter. Gaskins, I would still like to play a lot. Let's see, Wagner was pretty good. Like, this guy's a #1 pick. I might play this save a lot on my own time because there's a lot of fun names here. Like, I think I want to go 32 to the front court. Maybe only 30 to Chet, honestly. 27 to Pete. And we can go like 29 to Philon. So it's still Double M. Like, we have a #2 overall pick in Double M, #1 overall pick in Paul O, and a #1 overall pick on Wesley Wagner. So we're taking on the Thunder in round 1. How was Okongwu for them? He was good against us in the first game, but he's not bad for them. We've definitely, I think, helped develop Okongwu's game, and that was a good trade for us in hindsight for sure. We go up 2-0 on them. Paulo's got an ankle injury, but he could play through it, and we ended up sweeping the OKC Thunder. Double M had a rough start to the playoffs last year, but comes out guns blazing here against the Thunder. So we could have taken Baba O here back in the 28 draft with the #1 pick. We settled for Paul O. We'll see how he looks against us here in round #2. Cole Pete, 25 points in 28 minutes. We ended up winning by 23. Game #2 is going to go to the Sacramento Kings, 155-115, 42-13 for Double M. Game 3 goes to Sacramento 124-116. Double M with 22 and 11. And we're going to sweep them. We win 125-121. 18 for Double M. 17 and 10 for Gaskins. And we are going to take on the Dallas Mavericks and Cooper Flagg here in the conference finals. Now, how many years in this video has Cooper Flagg, or at least the Dallas Mavericks, gone to the NBA Finals? 4 times. 4 in the last 5 years. So they definitely created a dynasty over there. And we beat them by 1. Oh my God. Double M with 35 points in 33 minutes. You got New York and Boston over there. We take a 2-0 lead, but both these games are pretty close. All right, game number 3, they win this one. I guess they were due, and we were due to lose as well because that was our first loss here in the playoffs. All right, I don't think I'm going to make any adjustments to the lineup. Wagner's struggling a little bit. I mean, let's see game 4, in which we do lose. Okay, oh my God, we got blown out. All right, I think we're going to make some changes. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be, but Wagner's been struggling in this series so far. Phylon's been struggling. Maybe I end up going, like 25 to Phylon. Let's bump up Devin Carter's minutes. I think I'm going to lower Wagner's minutes to like 18 a night. And then we could bump up, kind of want to bump up Pete, Murrin, and let's bump up Chet. Game 5, massive game. We lose this one by 6. Are you kidding me? JJ Andrews with 26, Cooper Flagg with 22. We are now down 3 games to 2, and we got to win on the road. We have a great second quarter. Not the best third quarter. How do we give up 43 points? We're the second-ranked defense. All right, it looks like we're going to a game 7. 143-124. There we go. We played Minnesota last year in a game 7, and we won. I have a feeling this is going to be our toughest opponent yet, but can we get past Dallas? We're down by 10 here in the third quarter. Bang, there we go. That is a great third quarter. Oh, my God. Alex Costanza needs to stay in. This man is nuclear right now. See, it's like anybody that can step up. God, I'm scared. We're up by 3 with 6:50 left. We're up by 2. Up by 5. Don't choke this. Up by 7. Close it out. There we go. The defense is holding strong. No. Up by 5. We haven't scored in a minute. There we go. And the Sacramento Kings come back down 3-2 and are going to the NBA Finals. Alex Costanza was like, he's obviously like an elite role player, but he's somebody that had that role playing game 7. Double M gets Western Conference Finals MVP. Jace Richardson also's got the Toronto Raptors tattoos on his cheeks. I don't know what's going on with that. He ended up winning Conference Finals MVP for the Knicks. All right, so he's like the Jalen Brunson over there. Oh, it's actually Brunson and him in the backcourt, which is kind of fun offensively, but probably not the best defensive lineup. They got Easton Newell, who's got the Knicks tattoos on his cheeks. I guess it's something with the prospects. We do end up winning game 1 by 30. I mean, does like Nick Clifford have that? And I just never saw it. Oh, Vlad Golden's got the Cavs. I don't think Nick Clifford had it. No, Nick Clifford doesn't have it. Neither does Maxime. Game 2 goes to the Knicks by 16. Okay, this was a gross offensive game. Game 3 goes to the Kings by 8. Pacomi Dadiet, 23 points. What's his overall? He's an 82. He's actually, they developed him. We win game 4. Gaskins with 26. Chet with 19 and 12. And we're going to win in 5. So that tough series was the conference finals against the dynasty Dallas Mavericks. But we go on to finish out and win the NBA Finals, with Double M being your finals MVP. I hope you guys did enjoy the Sacramento Kings rebuild. That was a fun one because it's fun to build through the draft. I kind of wish we were a little bit worse early on, but things worked out from the 2026 NBA draft class, actually. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Drop a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what you guys think about the Kings future down below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.